Welcome back to Underage Packers. I'm Joey. Today we have an interesting video topic on hand. The three biggest questions for the Packers remaining this offseason. Now there's obviously a lot of ball game left. We still got even 2 months before training camp even starts, so they still got a lot of time to make up their mind. I'm not talking about questions like, so Mark Murphy, why did you do this? But more so, when are they going to do what? How are they going to go about this? And whatnot. So let's hop right into it with question one, the biggest remaining question, which is, what are you going to do with Aaron Rodgers? And a follow-up to that, who's going to be your starting quarterback week one in New Orleans? There's still a lot of questions. We haven't heard from Aaron Rodgers really yet, besides his vague words with Kenny Mayne. Mark Murphy said yesterday in his Q&A that the less both sides talk about it in public, the better. So I really don't think we're going to get a clear answer from either side until the situation is resolved or Aaron just comes to an end with his time in Green Bay. Maybe Aaron sits out. There's plenty of questions still remaining for Aaron. But with the Packers, are they going to trade him? Are they going to bend over backwards and give him an extension they don't like, but if whatever it takes to keep the MVP of the league, what are their plans? And then are you fully confident in Jordan Love? And I'm sure they don't even know the answer to that quite yet. Is it going to be Blake Bortles out there dueling it out against Jameis Winston? Who knows? Still plenty of questions remaining about Aaron Rodgers, and we really won't know any of that until training camp, preseason, how long he skips. I'd be very shocked if he showed up to mandatory minicamp this upcoming week. So we'll have to see, though. Still a lot of remaining questions. And question number two, focusing on another superstar on the team, Davante Adams. What are they going to do with him? He is coming up on the last year of his contract. No action has been taken yet. And he's 29 years old. So he's certainly up there in age after coming in 2014. This will be his 7th year in the league. So although he is just coming off his best season in the league, or best season in his career, he's the best receiver in the league as of now. Are they going to be willing to give him a contract that the best wide receiver in the league would usually get at 29 years old, with the quarterback position still up in question for Davante? And I guess, by the time deadlines for action, the deadline to sign him, which is March of next year, maybe the quarterback situation will be more resolved than it is right now. But Davante Adams out there, I would really like to get him extended this offseason. Maybe that's the least of the Packers' worry, especially if they're planning to give a generous offer to Aaron Rodgers at some point this offseason, working it into their cap space. But Davante Adams, I'd certainly like to have some answers, and I'm hoping he can stay around in Green Bay for a few more years. And finally, question number three, who is starting at left tackle week one with David Bakhtiari most likely out with his ACL injury that he suffered right before week 17 of the 2020 season? David was working, a friend of the show, I have to say, friend of the show, Bakhtiari, was working with a rehab group this past week at OTAs, along with Josiah DeGuara, so possibly ready to start week one. I highly doubt it, though. Ben Braden, the Michigan star, undrafted free agent from last year, who spent last year on the practice squad, was getting starting reps this past week at left tackle. So it'll be certainly interesting to see what offensive lineup for the offensive line they go with for week one and all those other weeks that David Bakhtiari is out. And I'm sure they'll try a few different things throughout training camp, maybe throughout even the games that they have to play without him. Ben Braden, maybe an early candidate. Maybe they move and slide Elton Jenkins out. But Ben Braden is a really dream scenario if he can play the position perfectly, because then you don't have to move anybody else among the offensive line. And also, if he's a good player, that's great news, obviously, to get from an undrafted free agent that's been sitting on the practice squad. Let me know what questions you have right now about the Packers, what their plans are over the next few weeks, months, and years, whether it's involving Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams, David Bakhtiari, or any player, or Mark Murphy, Kurt Benkert. What is their long-term plan for Kurt? A lot of questions that, is really pointless pitter fodder to discuss on Facebook groups and Reddit pages as of now, that I'm excited to see how they play out. That's all I got for you today. Make sure you hit that like button below, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and follow us on all the social medias for Packers off-season content, and I can't wait for the season. It cannot get here soon enough. Can't thank you enough for watching. As always, go Pack Go.